Hello, hello, I'm Absent Chronicles, and today I'm gonna talk about my first editorial feature on Spotify. I'm still a poor man, don't get it twisted, but you won't see me cry no more. I'm not gonna do a professional talk about whether it's better to advertise your way into a music career or be added to playlists or do whatever. I'm just gonna talk about my experience from the last 24 hours. And I did this post on Reddit because I was really excited and I wanted to share it with the community. Amazing, very supportive community. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna share my experience. Let's dive into it. For people who don't know, what is a Spotify editorial playlist? Nowadays people tend to listen to playlists instead of looking up an artist and playing all their songs. I mean, there's people doing that and I'm doing that occasionally, but it's easier to find a playlist with music that you like, and there's probably gonna be a lot more music that you didn't know before, or you make your own playlist, put music in there. And Spotify has some very big playlists, so you have like studying music, relax music, party music, and there's this one playlist called Creamy. I've been added to this playlist. So let's go back for a little bit. How did this remix happen? Last summer I signed to Downtown Music Publishing. I think they own the Wu-Tang Clan catalog. John Lennon, San Holo used to be signed to Downtown. I don't think he's signed anymore. No, he's not nowadays. Roscoe, maybe you know him. Moderat. For me, quite some big names, and you have to imagine last year when they signed me, a year before I changed my artist name and I started all over again. So for me it was like boom. I just started again for a year and then they found me, which I'm really thankful for still. And then they asked me, well, we have this manager, we've worked with her a lot and she has this artist and maybe you want to do a remix for him. So I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I did the remix and they approved it, and now last Friday the remix got released. A week prior, I had released my album. I didn't forget about the remix, but to be honest, it was kind of in the back of my head because there was so much going on with the album, like preparations and marketing, promotion. And then I was opening my Spotify statistics just to have a look, and I was like, what? Within one day, my listeners went up to a few thousand a day. I was like, oh, what's going on? My album, it's not that popular, I'm not that popular. You have to imagine, in a good month I'm doing around, I think 2,000 listeners a month, and I was almost 3,000 in a day. So then I went over to Spotify for Artists. There it was. I think I'm gonna get this tattooed on my back. Probably not. So it said, you've been added to our Creamy playlist. I always thought about how it would feel like to wake up to this notification, and there it was, you've been added to our Creamy playlist. So now I'm in the Creamy playlist. Every time I open up my Spotify for Artists, it says people listening. Whoa, crazy. I'm really thankful for the remix opportunity and really thankful Spotify for adding me to this playlist. So it's been about 24 hours. It has over 10,000 plays now. So for me, that's massive. And in terms of saves, I think about, I can't remember, 300 people saved it so far. So that's not too high, but that's common knowledge with Spotify editorial playlists. Once again, we're not gonna dive into what's better, playlisting, marketing with ads. I've also received quite some messages from people that didn't know my music before, and also people that checked out my album because they saw my name in the Creamy playlist. And yeah, I'm just really thankful. It's crazy. Everything is so relative, you know. I mean, I remember the first time I hit 1,000 plays on SoundCloud. It was years ago, and for me it's like, whoa, 1,000 people. And then things happen, and then this happens, that happens. Like, when I saw my music was in this playlist, I was like, wow, that's amazing. That was my mom, I'm on TV moment, kinda. And then the next hour I was like, yeah, but that's one playlist and maybe I should be on the radio sometime. You know, you're used to new things happening very quickly. And I feel like if you're in the music or any creative field, it's never enough maybe. But then again, when I look back, I remember the times where I would send my friends music and they would be like, oh man, yeah, it's so cool, it's an amazing song, I love it, I'm gonna play it to my whole family. But they didn't, because when I opened up my statistics, it said 0 plays. Yeah, I'm trying to enjoy this moment. Once again, it's not a professional review. It's just my experience so far. So it's about 10k streams in 24 hours. My engagement on my socials is growing, and I know how it works. In the beginning it's gonna be a massive peak, so you'll probably have around 50k listeners a month, and then once it's out of the playlist it's going down again, and then hopefully some people will stick. For now I'm gonna enjoy this moment. Thank you for watching. We'll see each other next time. Bye.